Man, I'm always ahead of the curve on everything in this fucking country. Nobody ever listens to me. 7 fucking views. Code Red. The SAVE Act takes away married women's right to vote. Back in February of 2025. Nobody wanted to talk about it. Told you to call your rest of the day. I bet you fucking didn't. I called mine. Not that it matters. My rep is Andy Ogles, a Republican who voted for this, obviously, but at least I did my part. What have you done? I put this fucking video up over a year ago, almost to the day. And they've passed it. I feel like sometimes I care more about women's rights than women themselves. Yeah, I call myself a feminist because I truly believe that. I'm a proud fourth wave feminist. I don't run from that word. I know men don't like you using that word. Some women probably don't want me in their movement. Guess what? I'm going to be here regardless. And I truly believe that I care more about your own rights than you do sometimes. I've made more rights on videos on women's rights than most women. I guarantee that because I actually have a YouTube channel, first of all. But man, you got to be vigilant. Like, I've done way more videos on other people's rights than black people's rights. You look up black or African American on my channel, nothing probably even come up. But man, when are you gonna start fighting for your own rights? I'm talking to women. I have a stir talk with them. Why is there not a women's march? Like, why is there what is it called, a No Kings protest and a protest for immigration, but there's no women's march to save your own rights? I'm trying to tell you. Go watch my video from a year ago. I'll leave a link in the description. This thing takes away your right to vote via requiring a birth certificate or a passport to vote, and most people don't even have that. Like, I know where my birth certificate is right now. I don't have a passport, but I know my birth certificate is. But I don't think most women are gonna find that. This thing would knock off, I believe, between 20 and 40 million women from the voter rolls. I don't like my mom. I don't think like my mom's last name changed when she got married. I don't think she knows where her birth certificate is. She grew up in the fucking country, like a town like 2,000 people. Like, they might have lost that. And her name changed. Obviously, when she got married, she wouldn't be able to vote because her license plate has a different name than her birth name on it. Golly, man, it's a fucking disaster. And I don't think the Senate is going to pass this, obviously, but it's going to be amended. Some version of it's going to pass, probably. And this is not good. Okay, we'll read through this really fast. The House passed a major GOP elections overall Wednesday after intense pressure from Donald Trump, tech mogul Elon Musk, who hate women, and hard right influencers who all hate women. Even the right wing influencers hate women. The right wing female influencers hate women. They hate women more than anybody. Because they have more of a carte blanche. They have more of a right to hate women. Just like if I was a black man on Fox, I could hate on black people all day. Because I can say the shit that white people can't say about black people. You know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? But the legislation still has no clear path forward in the Senate, where Republicans privately acknowledge there's not enough GOP. Thank God Democrats filibuster this shit. This is the whole country right here. This is the most, like immigration, all that is great. This is the most important thing to me. These women live in this fucking country, and there's more women here than men. And like I made it fucking clear. I don't care what you think about me. I made it clear what my proclivities are. I literally played around and called myself a misandrist. I don't give a fuck about men, man, bro. Like, I'm a man. We have everything. I've never struggled in this country because I'm a man, inherently. But man, women every single day. You go outside, probably live in fear. I've never felt that, even as a black man. I can walk around freely frolic around my neighborhood. I don't have to worry about shit. But as a woman, you worry about getting raped, robbed, or whatever. I don't have to worry about being violated. Like, there's no difference between being a man and a woman. I'm sorry, man. I can empathize with that shit because I can see the women in my life who have been assaulted. I don't have to worry about this. Even as a black man, it's not an apt comparison. It was why I care so much, because I can see who the actual vulnerable people are in this society, and nobody stands up for them. Like, a lot of women don't even stand up for themselves. I can see that too. Anyways. I view women just like black people, you know what I mean? In this country, you just like a nigga, you know what I mean? Because you think white guys care about you, they don't. They dislike you too. They despise you. You're probably a bigger enemy than black people for them right now. More visible enemy for them. They're gonna deal with everybody, but they especially don't like white women. Trust me, I can see the social fabric and how it's shifting. They do not like white women right now, especially younger liberal white women, because they view them as race traitors. The Save America Act, an updated version of a bill tightening voter registration standards that the House passed last year, was approved by 218 to 213 vote. One Democrat, why would Cuellar vote, man? I know he's horrible, but still. I hate that motherfucker. He should be in prison for what he did with Azerbaijan. Conservative hardliners wanted the bill attached to a massive government funding package this month, threatening to extend a 4-day partial government shutdown until Trump intervened in order for House Republicans to pass the bill without it. The legislation would trigger major changes to how Americans vote, including requiring voters to present proof of citizenship to register, eliminating mail-only registration, crazy, and requiring photo ID in every state for the first time. That is insane. This is illegal too. States have dominion over how they run elections. This is fucking unconstitutional. It would also require states to take new steps to remove non-citizens from existing vote. We have no fucking voter fraud in this country. Like 1 or 2 people do voter fraud every year. There's election fraud. Ask Elon Musk about that. Little bloated motherfucker. The GOP's hope is that the focus on election integrity. I'm not reading this fucking bullshit. There's no rigged elections. There's no any of that bullshit unless Elon Musk is doing it. Elon's so good with those computers, those vote counting computers. His words. But the House, I don't see anybody running around voting about, bragging about voter fraud. I see plenty of people bragging about election fraud. Elon's so good with those computers, those vote counting computers. I was going to lose until Elon came in. I won Pennsylvania because of Elon. But the House vote hands a hot potato to Senate majority. You really think Trump won every swing state? If you do, I got a catalog of bridges in Nebraska to show you. Beachfront property if you want it. But the House vote hands a hot potato to Senate Majority Leader John Thune, who has ruled out changing Senate rules to weaken the 60-voter supermajority threshold. John Thune, my man, don't get rid of that filibuster for this. He's retired. He can do what he wants. He's freed up. House GOP leaders deployed a procedural fake. I'm getting hope reading this. I had read the article I was worried, but now that we can block this, because if we lose free and fair elections, if the SAVE Act passes, the country's gone. I'm telling you, like 20, 40 million women ain't gonna be able to vote, and there's no Democratic Party without women, so we're done. House GOP leaders deployed a procedural feint using a Senate-passed shell bill to try to fast-track consideration in the other chamber, part of the Trump-backed push to try to force a reckoning on the field. Man, what if we had a Democratic president that was this strong, that would do all these tricks and like using all these procedures and things to pass this legislation? What if we had a Democratic president that actually wanted to do that for good things, like just make healthcare a little better? Senate. Man, like, well, how we not, man? Roe versus Wade is a conversation for another time. That's something we can't stop thinking about. Can't stop talking about. Women still lost their reproductive rights 2 years ago. No, it was like 4 years ago at this point, which I can't believe. 4 fucking years ago. While we had a Democratic president. Lisa Murkowski pour cold water on the House Republicans' celebratory move this week. You better. You're a woman too. She might not have a fucking birth certificate. She might not be able to vote. Like, Alaska's not rural areas. There's not many very people in Alaska. She might have lost her birth certificate moving or something. They would take my mom's right to vote away. That's insane even to have to say. Even before the House vote Wednesday, Murkowski announced she would oppose it, lambasting it was federal overreach. It's illegal. Her move sparked an onslaught of recriminations from House. Who cares? Who are still pushing Thune and Speaker Mike Johnson to find a way to send the bill to Trump's desk. Man, this is crazy. Can't let this happen. And once again, like I said in my goddamn original video, only 7 people watched. Call your reps.